You alright, guys? This is Bjorn from Team Shift YuGiOh here with Michael, fresh off his top 8 CCG Brighton
This past
this
weekend.
past weekend, yeah. So,
So
Michael, what did you play?
I played Lightsworns with a zombie engine.
Nice. And what were your matchups like?
I faced 4 ABCs. I beat all of them, and then I faced random decks like BA Infernal, which I lost to on feature match, but that was due to misplays and also drawing bad game too. So I'm
Fair
fine with
enough.
that.
Right, do you want to get into it then?
Yep. So 3 Raiden, level 4 tuner, obviously standard. Mills in the main phase. It's great. And also, it's amazing to bring by the instant fusion. So just milling it alone is really good for an Omega or a rank 4. Then 3 Wolf, 3 because it's better than Fellas, because this is sent by anything, this is by card effect. And also the deck has enough tuners with the zombie engine, so sometimes you have to make an Exceed rather than anything else because you have 2 tuners, but usually banishing Omegas clears that. But 1 Lila is searchable spell, trap removal, baits out back row. I played Brilliant Fusion as well, so having it as an additional normal summon means that if they stop the Lila, which most players obviously do, then I can still have a follow-up play by using my second normal summon, so it's fine. Lumina, mainly just here for a discard outlet, but also for making Michael. Also, I found Minerva to be, because especially since I'm playing the zombie engine, like Fairy Tale Snow, Mizuki's, and anything else that I want to discard, just searching Lumina off charge and being able to discard whatever I need in the graveyard is great. And Unizombie changes any monster's level up by 1, so I can actually make Lumina a level 4 with Unizombie, which is really, really good.
Sounds good.
So then 3 Fairy Tale Snow, the best card for disrupting your opponent's turn. Banish 7 as cost, special summon it.
I hate this card so
banish.
much. I lost to it in time, round 4.
Yeah, it's just really good. Book the Bijinte Tsukiyomi and the ABC matchup, and you're pretty much good to go from there. Considering your Omegas will have put your Mizuki's back in the standby phase, you always have a free play because Snow and Unizombie is a Michael. So whatever you book most of the time, you just banish with Michael. Your Omegas have come back from the standby phase, so it's just completely game at that point. So then we've got the 3 Solitaire and the 2 Unizombie. 3-2 because you want to open this, not this, because this is your level 4 engrave for when you send Mizuki off Unizombie to summon it back for your rank 4 or your level 8. But this on itself is a 1 card Minerva or a 1 card Omega, so it's just really, really great. And especially with the Brilliant Fusion engine, it becomes even better because Unizombie and Seraphonite without modifying Unizombie's level is an Omega as well. So not only do you get 2 normal summons to say summon a Solitaire and a Raiden and keep going off, and then this gets you this Unizombie to send Mizuki, then you can banish the Mizuki to summon the Solitaire, synchro Solitaire with Raiden, and synchro the Unizombie with Seraphonite. So it's 2 Omegas right off the bat. Then the final zombie in the 9 card zombie engine is Spirit Master. He's a Altair from hand or grave for a Shiranui, so he summons Solitaire. And when he's banished, he pops a face-up card. And Solitaire's effect is when he's banished, you can target a Shiranui except Solitaire and special summon it. So if you banish these 2 off Snow at the same time, then this will trigger to summon this back, and this will pop a face-up card. And you can do that on your opponent's turn because of Snow. So you can book a monster, pop a card, and special summon this for your next turn. So it's just amazing.
Did that come up much?
It did. It came up, I think, 3-4 times. I often popped Union Hanger with this and booked their monster. So it was really, really strong. So then we've got Trick Clown. Only 1 because it's hard. It sucks to draw. When you do draw it, then you have Lumina. And also it's once per turn. So it could just be a random mill. Like, with playing the zombie engine as well, your deck's more tight than usual. 1 Goblinsburg. It's something that I would consider bumping up. My only worry is that there's Max C and Solemn Strikes around. Solemn Strikes are 3 now in ABC. It dropped off for a while. I was playing 2 before, but then when ABC came out, I decided to drop it to 1 just because unless you open Brilliant Fusion, if they stop your normal summon with something like this, you need an instant fusion or your turn is done. And the game's really fast. So 1 Garnet there for the Brilliant Fusion. And then 2 Maxi. I decided to main Maxi, and it worked out really well. Often I'd just be standby facing it if I saw Kaijus, just because a lot of people kaijuing my Minervas, which it's okay, but most decks that were kaijuing me can make rank 4s anyway, since ABC was my most common matchup, and I beat all of them, so yeah, that's the monster lineup. Anyway, I was really happy with it. I played more than 40 cards, I played 43 card main deck, but I was really happy with my choices, so moving on, we've got the 3 Brilliant Fusion.
Just in the back of it.
So off Brilliant Fusion you send the Garnet and Wolf, or you can send Snow as well directly from the deck to the grave.
Yeah.
But sending Wolf and then using your additional normal summon, make say a Raiden, mill 2, make a Minerva, mill 3, and then you've still got your regular normal summon to make plays. And if you've milled any form of the zombie engine with a Mizuki, then you can just bring back a Uni-Zombie, extend your plays, and then either synchro it with a Seraphite or bump its level up and synchro it with something else. So 3 instant fusion. I was playing 2 before, I decided to play 3. The extra cards I added in from a 40 card deck were the 2 Maxis and the 3rd instant fusion. Like with this it makes Emerald better because you can Emerald shuffle and make this live again, and then the fact that your rank 4s are so free because of Snow, Sorrel Teared, Spirit Mastered, anything like that, means you can easily make the Emerald. Speaking about Emerald, by the way, I won a game because if I would make any other rank 4, my opponent would have busted it, but I summoned Emerald and he assumed it was bait. I shuffled the Garnet back for Brilliant Fusion. I had 2 Brilliant Fusions in hand. So he busted a Brilliant Fusion, and then I had the Brilliant Fusion the next turn. So the game was slow rolling anyway, since I had Snows, so I was fine with the life points. I just needed a way to get over his field, so it was a good game to win. Then I've got 3 Solar Recharge, and 2 Charge of the Light Brigade. Pretty staple. I decided to main Twin Twister for this event because Anti-Spell, Solemn Strike, even if you're going first and drawing this, you hit the Union Hanger, make all their monsters essentially vanillas until they hit the graveyard, but if there's no easy way to get them there, then what's the point? I was really happy with Twin Twister all day. I wasn't maining them until I tested the ABC matchup the day before, so thanks to Bjorn for testing that with me.
You're welcome.
I was originally playing a Rota and something else, but I cut Rota specifically because of Anti-Spell.
Yeah.
Rota's targets are Raiden and Goblinberg. So to have a dead card going second when they've got a Buster and everything, you need to have every card you can have towards your plays, because if you only have one play, that's not good enough. So especially with getting rid of not just Anti-Spell but Strike and also Hanger, Twin Twister was really, really good. And the discard outlet is amazing, especially since I'm playing the zombies. If I've built any zombie and I have a Mizuki in hand, pitch the Mizuki, pop the Strike and the Anti-Spell, go off from there. So we got the Soul Charge. I side this out at any point that I'm not going first, but going first is absolutely amazing. So I definitely play that. Foolish Burial, because it's like, just, it's foolish, like it does everything I want it to. And then I don't know how to say this. The Phantom Knights of Shade Brigandine. Basically, it's better than Goblinberg. It specials itself as a level 4, and it treats itself as a monster, not a trap, when you summon it. And you can activate it the turn it's set if you don't have any trap cards in your graveyard. So not only is it better than Goblinberg because you can't strike it, but I can set this, activate something like Brilliant Fusion. They chain Maxi, chain this to Maxi, summon itself as a level 4, and then make a Minerva with the Wolf that summons off Brilliant Fusion. So it avoids Maxi draws, doesn't lose to Strike, it's the only trap I play. So it was really, really strong. So extra deck or side?
Go extra first.
Okay, so the extra deck, a Norden, Seraph Knight, and then Minerva. Only one Minerva. If I owned more, then I would play more, but just the one Minerva. Triple Omega. Most people play 2, but because of the fact that I have the zombie engine, the Brilliant Fusion engine, I make 3 on a consistent basis. And returning Mizukis in the standby phase to your graveyard is amazing.
Did it ever get cherries?
It didn't get cherries at Brighton. I got cherries twice at Doncaster, where I lost on the bubble to Ties of the Brethren Magic Spectres. So I was surprised for that. But Starlight,
How was that?
I won 2 games with its burn effect at Brighton. And even then, like, at worst, you blow up a field or whatever they have after that. It's 3,000 attack, like, it's really strong.
Someone summoned Skylight on me at Brighton, and they tried to blow up my field after I'd just summoned an Azure Eyes.
Skillful plays, man.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. So then I play the Michael. He's basically free every time you summon him because of Mizuki's returned from Omega and then Fairy Tail Snow summons. So he's just amazing. And I had to summon him once where I didn't even use his effect. But I needed to mill 3 in the end phase so that I could summon Snow on my opponent's turn. So the moment he went Gadget, ABC, Exceeds, I had the Snow because I had the 3 engrave extra that I needed to summon the Snow. So it was amazing. Then the Utopia, the Lightning set, is really, really good. No complaints. Castel, this anti-spell and Union Hanger Destroyer. The fact that it detached 2, like, that was very relevant for me for some reason at Brighton, but Diamond Direwolf, just popping face downs. I can easily go on an instant fusion, make this, pop a card, and then go off and make plays because I have so many things that do things in the graveyard. So it's always fine. Emerald, shuffling back your Norden, your Garnet, anything like that, even Minerva, it's good. Then Dweller and F-Zero. F-Zero was really good because sometimes you need to make him just to clear space on your field.
Yeah.
And even then, like, he's still really
Did you ever make it with Minerva?
I did, yes.
Most
I made
expensive,
most of the time.
F-Zero.
If I ever made it, I made it usually with Castel Emerald or Emerald Minerva. So, but if it was Emerald Minerva, it would be because I made it on my first turn. Then 2 Denko Sekka.
Yep.
This was for the Ties of the Brethren Magispector matchup, and also Paleozoics if I faced them. Then I played Retaliating Seas. So this was for Metal Foes and Blue Eyes. If you face Metal Foes, they activate Metal Foe Fusion. Special this to your side of the field when they've gone first. The Metal Foe's Fusion is banished. The materials they used to make the Metal Foe are banished. If they want to pop anything to set their Metal Foe spell, the card is banished. And this is a free level 4 for me to use on my turn when I'm going second, as well as the fact that I can summon a Unizombie or anything and synchro with this, and search max ceases is sent from the field to the graveyard. So it's just really strong.
Did you ever use it?
I didn't face any Metal Foes on Blue Eyes, but I used this at Doncaster, so it was good then. Then the one Ghost Ogre, if I had more, possibly. I didn't have more Ghost Ogres, but honestly, I don't think I ever needed it. Also, it would suck to draw multiples with it winning once per turn, but it was fine. 2 Chalices. So I played Chalice going first against ABC to hit the Gadget or the Tsukiyomi, or like a Castel that's targeting my my anti-spell, which I also sided going first. But then also going second, I could use it on opposing Dwellers, Dark Law in the PK Fire matchup, a Beatrice that's clearly... don't even know what that was. A Beatrice that's clearly trying to send a Farfa or an Alec on my turn. Just anything like that. So it was just really good. Oh, and also Buster. You use it straight away because if they detach to target your banish and you use this, they can just chain Buster, tribute it, and then this has lost its target. But at least if you chalice, then it forces them to use the Buster. So it was just really strong. Then Regeki. I never sided this against ABC, but if I face PK Fire, I make Dweller so easily, so it would have been great. System down, I sided this in going second against ABC. Only the one. I did have it prohibitioned after I milled it, and I only play one, so it was a funny sight, but I kept the poker face. The third Twin Twister, which I sided going second against ABC as well as the Ghost Ogres for second. And then 3 Anti-Spell for going first against Blue Eyes or ABC. And then 2 Typhoon. I thought Typhoon would be an amazing choice for Union Hanger until I found out I couldn't use it unless they had 2 or more spell traps. So I didn't side this in, but yeah, I don't know how to think about that. This was incorrect. I think everything else I'm thinking is right, but
Did you
people
Denko
can let me
anyone?
know. I didn't Denko anyone, no. I'd love to Denko people because...
I Denko'd a Paleozoic guy for 5.
Back to Chaos Shadow days with Collapse Serpent Wyver Buster. Man, I love Denko. No, that was the deck profile anyways. So,
awesome. So you got any shout outs or anything?
Obviously, shout out to Team Shift, shout out to Bjorn for testing with me, shout out for Miles for letting us stay over Saturday. So yeah, it's been good. 5th place, I'm happy with that.
Awesome.
So see how I do at Liverpool.
Thanks for that.